let's talk about what this stuff does in the body. Into the chemistry. So, one of the things that I think is the most important thing for CBD in the body, and this is when I lecture in functional medicine groups and integrative medicine groups, this is the thing that I talk about the most. And I talked about it last night in a less scientific way, talking about what it means for us to control neuroinflammation and stabilize our autonomic nervous system. And this is big. In functional medicine, we're dealing with a lot of people who are very ill, often mold toxicity, Lyme disease, various plastics toxicities, metal toxicities. All of these go and they cause a process called neuroinflammation in the brain. And we're going to dive into that more so that you at least see it. And we'll have micro videos for you on it. But I want you to see what the players are. We touched on it yesterday because it's really important. This is happening to a lot of people. And neuroinflammation starts with activation of what we call the NMDA receptor or the glutamate receptor. And it's putting you into a fight or flight mode. And it starts with feelings of anxiety and it moves into brain fog. And anybody who goes into, who's mold sensitive and you go into a moldy building, immediately you get that fogginess. Those are inflammatory cytokines that are affecting your brain, and it's a process of neuroinflammation. And CBD is amazing for this. In fact, my first use of this product extensively was when I was in Florida, and I was visiting a famous client there, and he was going through a detox, and he was having a lot of brain fog. Now, I noticed everybody seemed to have brain fog in Florida. And you can say that's all the time. And you can say it's for a lot of different reasons. But this was the rainy season. Everything was really moldy. And they had a toxic algal bloom going on. Just 2 weeks later, I read in the papers that that they had a massive algal bloom going down there. And if you live in any of those places, if you live in the Chesapeake Bay, if you live in anywhere along the Intercoastal Waterway down into Florida, whenever there are algal blooms, there's a lot of times they're toxic algal blooms, and they release toxins that go into the air, and they cause this kind of neuroinflammation. So he had neuroinflammation, some people call it brain pain. And so I gave him CBD right away, and he went from being like this, just slipped down in his chair, and everything was all right. And so I go from there down to A4M. This is the anti-aging medicine meeting. And I go to A4M, and we have a booth there, and I'm seeing all of my doctor friends, and they're walking up to me and like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Hello, anybody home? Open your mouth." Boom, boom, boom. And then they're like, "Ew, Chris, when'd you get here?" Like, right, that was creepy. Wait, let me do it again. Wow, it's all of them. And we were at a famous, it's infamous hotel to us called the Diplomat. And it's cool because it's got these balconies that look out on the ocean. But they had closed all the damn balconies because they had to fix it because of what? Water damage, which meant they closed all the mold in. And it was just one big hotel of mold. And everybody going, "What? Who are you?" And pump, pump, pass, pump, pump, pass, pump, pump, pass, and everybody's clear. Are you getting mileage out of this or what? We've been looking for what do we say about this? Pump, pump, pass, man, that's it. So it was that was like the coming out of the glory of CBD and what it does and how it stops that fog that's going on in the brain. And as I looked deeper into it, I saw, it's working at that fight or flight receptor, calming that down. There's an immune cell in the brain that gets all fired up and gets all rowdy and starts making trouble. And it calms that one down too. And it brings up all the glutathione genes, and it tamps down the inflammatory genes, and it sets the stage for success in the brain.